evidenced by its membership in 12 industry trade associations. The Kaiser Award, established in 1978, is given to that person in MFSA who has contributed the most to the advancement or betterment of education pertaining to our industry. It may also be given to a student who attended one of MFSA's technical training seminars and, as a consequence, exhibits a high degree of competence. I never exhibited a high degree of competence, but I did win this award once for talking about what I loved and making barcode jokes. And tonight's recipient didn't make the barcode jokes, but has dealt and spoken passionately about what he loves. Winning the Kaiser Award for Education tonight, I'm pleased to announce, is John Foley. Mostly positive. Tom Quinn identified John as as the innovation educator at MFSA. Joe Trunkale, the president of NAPL, said spend 15 minutes talking with John, which is a difficult thing to do. And you're likely to pick up some important tips which will help your business. My favorite was Jason Pinto. Jason had a lot of things to say. He said, ever since the first time I met John, John has been passionate about education. At first I found this annoying. But Jason went on, and Jason's the CMO of the organization now. He really treasures his relationship with John. Karen Sheehy from interlinkONE had an interesting story that when he first started at interlinkONE, John was looking for talent, so he actually got the young hotshots from the local vocational high school, because they were the best and the brightest. And he learned from them, and they learned from him. But when he was having meetings, conference calls with Cisco about interlinkONE, when they were interested in the company, they had to wait until after 2 o'clock, because the kids didn't get out of school. That's a lot of dedication. Just on a personal note, I know John, the sessions he's had have just been must-attends for me. I remember one of the first ones I went to, he was talking about, and I was talking to the guy next to me, in fact, I was whispering, going, I was talking about QR codes. That's never going to go anywhere. It's a pretty big deal. A lot of what we're doing right now in my career revolves around things I've learned from John. As we get into social media, my presence on LinkedIn and all the things I've done, I've really got from John. John, from everyone we spoke to, said he's passionate about his family, about ping pong. I didn't quite understand that, but he thinks he's doing there. The Bruins. Woohoo! So please present this award to John Foley.
Dave. I got my own notes. Just 2 seconds. I'd like to, when Ken first walked in, we actually have a running joke about my accent. And I'd like to welcome you all to Saturday, 11 o'clock back in Boston, because we're really going to have a party. I've been working with Ken for a while on his accent. I think he'll really know how to pronounce some things and remove the R, like I do in marketing and party. Anyways, I'd like to thank a few people while I'm here. One thing obviously is my wife, my family, my 3 boys that put up with me not being home a lot, and still traveling. The second thing is my staff, and thank you very much for that, is my staff. If I didn't have people around me that made me successful, I wouldn't be here today. I mean that. These guys, I got about 32 employees. They're phenomenal. Karen's with me today. Great. Jason Pinto. If you haven't heard him speak, actually he was at the big mix with me. He's fun. He's energetic. And I like to, I try to, give the same kind of thing. The other thing on education. So Tom Quinn asked me a long time ago, he said, John, you should join MFSA. I go, well, he goes, well, I don't know what MFSA will do for you, but I think you'd be good for MFSA. Wow, right, this will be good, right? But anyways, I've got a lot of friends here. I mean, a lot of friends, have a lot of fun fun when I come here, and I do love to teach, and I love to educate. I've been doing it for a long period of time. I'll tell you a quick story. So when I left Textron, 17 years in digital asset management, let's call it, I decided I'd start a training company. So this training company was really, it was right before I did my first online order management system, right? And I said, geez, I'm going to really love this. And my first set of students were about 55 to 60 years old to learn Windows. I'm thinking this is going to be good. So had them all in there, and we started with the double click on the mouse. So the gal's up front, and I said, listen, all you have to do is go click, click. She goes, click, click. I said, no, with your finger, click, click. So if I have to get behind her, I do that, and you know, I'm not kidding you, this is the way it was back in 94, 95, 93. The best part about that whole thing is when, after a little while, they click, click, and she goes, I did it! I mean, so those are the types of stories that make me feel good. When I teach here, or I educate, I thank everybody for that. I thank the MFSA staff, but I also thank folks like Terry Hedges, who comes up to me, because this makes a difference. When someone comes up to you and says, John, you've got to see this. She goes, if it wasn't for you a year ago, I would have never thought to do this in this magazine. That means a lot to me. If you look at companies like KP Corp, was anybody here when I did the first social media session? Right? People were like, and I'm thinking this will work. And Brett Olszewski, who's the VP of, who was one of our members, by the way, went back and did it all. And they're good at it. So when we talk about marketing services and social media and that, look at what companies like some of our companies are doing, like you saw these awards tonight, because you can learn from them. So I'd like to thank the staff of MFSA. They're awesome. All right, so let's one more round of applause. Happy birthday. Woo! If you could all try to say Ken Ghana, he likes it. Look at him. He enjoys it. And I hope you all continue to learn, and I thank you very much for tonight. Okay, kids. Ryder, you really screwed up.